Hi there, my name is Frank Derfler, and I'm both a writer and a reader, and my reason for being with you today is to talk to you about a great book for great guys. I think this one's written by a great guy, too. His name is Tom Corcoran, and this one is Hawk Channel Chase. Tom Corcoran's books are super. This one is part of the Alex Rutledge series. That series began with a book called Air Dance Iguana, but I happen to think that Hawk Channel Chase is the very best of the series. Now, all of these Rutledge books are superb in their description of the Florida Keys and Key West, mostly about south of mile marker 40 or so, if you know the Keys. But in that area, Alex Rutledge, Tom Corcoran can't be beat. They know everything that goes on there. As a matter of fact, I live in the Florida Keys up about mile marker 88 or so I'm north of the area where these stories are set just a little bit. But when I go to Key West, I look around for all of the characters that are in a Tom Corcoran novel. He does such a great job of painting the area. If you are interested in Key West, if you're interested in the Florida Keys, or if you just want a good crime drama, I highly recommend any of Tom Corcoran's Alex Rutledge books, but particularly Hawk Channel Chase. Has some great characters in it. Perhaps, I guess, the only nitpick is there's a lot of characters, and it seems like some of those characters just come in to set a little local color. If you're not any better than I am in keeping track of the characters in a story, you might well want to make a list of the characters in order to really remember who it is that's happening in this book, particularly if you pick it up and put it down and leave it down for a little while. Some of the names are a little bit similar, and they may give you a little bit of trouble. But the characters themselves are great. Really nice people to identify with, folks that you would like, folks whose life you would like to have. There's some sex in this book. It's nicely done. It's not even PG-13. It's a little bit more than that. Aside from that, hey, this is the Keys. I mean, it does happen. So there's a little bit of that in the book. Otherwise, it's a story that any guy or any woman would enjoy. And so I don't think that it's a limited audience. Now, there's a lot of boats in it. There's a lot of techie things in electronics. There are some things going on, but there's a lot of geography and a lot of insight into what's happening. And believe me, some of the roads he talks about, I fly over. I don't drive over. I fly over, and I know the areas, and he's got them down really tightly. I don't know how he does it, but he's a master at describing these areas. And quite frankly, he very often makes me glad to live in the Keys. So, an excellent technical handling of things like motorcycles, boats, weapons, crime scenes, investigative techniques, excellent technical details in general, a very richly written book, a completely accurate book. I hate it when I find an error in an author. You don't find errors in Tom Corcoran's books. So, highly recommended, Tom Corcoran, Hawk Channel Chase. Now, if you like that book, I've got another one you might be interested in. I wrote it. It's called A Glint in Time. A Glint in Time takes place in South Florida. It takes place in the area south of Miami. It takes place in other areas around the world. It's a book that is rich in technical detail. It's a book that has some great characters that you can identify with. I wrote it. It's a book that gives you some mystery, some science, and a lot of descriptive narrative. I think you'd enjoy that one too. It's available at Amazon.com. It's available for your Kindle. My name is Frank Derfler, telling you about great books for great guys, and I hope you have a great day.
You should read